This is Severe MMA. We're at BAMMA 25 with Xavier Sedras, and 2 minutes and 58 seconds into the second, a very, very nice stoppage. I'd like you to talk us through the first round. It looked like it was pretty much one-way traffic for you. Did it feel that way?
Yeah, it pretty much did feel that way. You know, I did want to stand up and strike with him a little bit, but you know, usually what happens is, you know, once they get hit, it's a panic grapple type situation. You know, he's going to try and clinch, but as soon as he did clinch, you know, I'm light years ahead of you there, and I'm light years ahead of you on the ground. So you know, it's easy for me.
You know, the name Chris Bungard comes from a good camp, obviously with Paul Craig, the BAMMA light heavyweight champion. There's a lot of pressure on the Scots to perform because they're looking at perhaps introducing BAMMA to Scotland. So Chris had a lot in his mind. He had a lot to fight for. You know what I mean. You know, in terms of putting BAMMA in Scotland, and you stepped on that dream. You feel a little bad about that, or are you happy with where you're coming?
I mean, he signed the contract to fight me, so unfortunately that's the way it has to go down. You know, whoever signs the fight to, you know, to step in there with me, you know, it's going to go the same way. It's always going to go the same way. I don't feel bad about this. This is what we do.
Your confidence in the cage, and during the fight and afterwards, you were saying something to the camera. You were vocal with the end. What was going through your head at the end after the win? What were you saying to the camera?
Yeah, I think I just got a little bit emotional because of, you know, what he said beforehand. I mean, he probably thought that I didn't hear what he was saying, you know. But when you say you're going to decapitate me, those are strong words. So you're going to have to follow that up, unfortunately. So yeah, I was just a little bit vocal, a little bit emotional about it.
You know, I've always said it's a quiet man in the MMA world that kind of gets lost in the storm. The guys that don't make a lot of noise. But you speak, you don't scream, you don't shout, you're not talking crap. But the confidence that I'm standing here going, this is a guy that believes everything he's saying. What's next for you? Who makes sense next? I'm not asking you to talk shit or call someone out, but are there some names out there that you go, I want to prove that I'm beyond them in level?
Well, you know, I to be honest, I don't really care about anyone else. Like in here, like I've already beaten like former BAMMA champion Andre Winner. I beat him. You know, that fight was a draw. I beat him. He knows I beat him. You know, I've fought the best of the best. You know, I've had 10 fights now, and I've ducked no one. I've not asked for an easy fight. You know, you look at his record, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
He's fought like, you know, guys with 3 wins, like, you know, and like 20 something out losses. Do you know what I mean? Like I fight literally anyone. You know, get me the champion. I really don't care. Like, these guys are not on my level. They're just not. You
looking at you know, we've got Kane and Mark going up later for the Lonsdale title.
Who's that?
Wonderful. Is the Lonsdale Championship the next step for you? Do you believe that with this performance you should be able to get that to lead towards the world title, or are you ready for a top 3 contender?
I'm ready for the top 1. I am the top 1. I mean, you know, I don't even know what's the Lonsdale title. The Lonsdale title is kind of the I suppose BAMMA's title as opposed to the world one. It's the prospects title, I suppose. I don't want that one. No, I don't want that one.
So it's Stapes or Lapalus.
Yeah.
And that's what you'd like next, ideally.
Yeah.
Got to say, the performance you put on tonight against Chris Bungard, it would be an interesting fight.
Yeah.
I want to keep talking. I'm standing here and I'm honestly going, this guy has got so much confidence. What's the end game for you then? You know, BAMMA, lovely, but you're not going to stop with BAMMA. Where do you see yourself in 36 months, and how do we get there?
36 months. To be honest, in 12 months' time, I see myself, you know, winning the lightweight title here. You know, if that does materialize. If it doesn't, I will move on. It's simple as that. I just want to get the best fights, and I want to get paid for it. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's like these guys are fighting for nothing. Yeah. They're fighting for absolutely nothing. Going in, getting absolutely smashed up, and you know, we're not getting paid enough for it. So, you know.
It's got to be worth it for you.
Yeah.
Well, Xavier, it was an absolute pleasure watching you work today. Chris Bungard, we know is tough, but that wasn't enough. I can't wait to see you fight again. It won't be soon enough. Thank you, sir.